Hello guys. So today uh, I'm going to show you how to clean the data in Power Query and prepare it for data visualization purpose. So I have downloaded this data from web scraping. I have web scraped the Coursera website. Over here I have created a scraping function which scrapes the data. Let me show you. So web.browser contents, and this is the HTML HTTP code, and over here I have created a parameter and it is getting me all this data. So let me show you the data first, how the data looks like. So this is basically um, information of the courses which are related to Power BI on Coursera website. So in the first column, this is something that we have used for scraping the data, the very first column. The column 1.1, it is basically it gives the information of the firm or the company of which the uh, course belongs to. Over here, this is the name of the course. In column number 3, it shows the skills that a person will gain after doing this course. In column 4 we have 3 kind of information. The very first is beginner, and you can also see intermediate over here. So basically it shows that the course, if it is a beginner level or intermediate level or an advanced level. In the second row, second one, you can see that if the course is a course or a guided project or a professional certificate or even a degree. And in the third one, you can see the duration of the course, whether it is like about 3 to 6 months or 1 to 4 weeks or less than 2 hours. In column number 5, it is again skills you will gain, and we don't have any information over here. In column 6, we have the rating which they have scored, the course have scored out of 5. In column 7, we have the number of reviews. So if you could see, it is like 579 in the bracket, and then there is a review, and then there is 3.5k, and then there we also have some null values over here. In column number 8, we can see status free. So basically if the course is free or not. Okay, so let's try to clean this data. So we don't need the first column. I'm going to get rid of it. We have this 2 columns, and I guess these 2 are similar. We don't need this column, remove. And then we don't need this column. I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, fine. Now we are good. So this is basically the status. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this as status. And what we are going to do is we are going to just extract the free, and we don't want the status over here. So let's go to transform, extract text after delimiter, and my delimiter is, so if you could see the status colon space and new. So let's consider space as our delimiter, and now we have the data over here, free and new. Over here we will just rename the column. Over here we can see that it is a rating that a course have secured, and over here it is number of reviews. So we are not going to rename this for now. We'll rename after we have clean this data. Over here we have skill you will gain, and then we have the name of a skill, data analysis, comma, data management, comma, data mining. And we'll clean these as well in the later stage. And over here it is like company name, and over here is like course name. Fine. Okay, I don't know why we are seeing this. Anyways, let's clean this number of reviews. In this, what we are looking for is I should have the number 579.118.206, and instead of 3.5k it should be 3518, and then over here 130.9k should be 130900. We don't need this round bracket, we don't need the space and the reviews over here. So let's get rid of the text thing over here and just keep 570 and just keep the numbers and 3.5k. We need the k so that we can multiply that k into 1000, that number into 1000. So now what I'm going to do is going to extract the text between delimiters. So my first delimiter is this first round bracket. My second delimiter will be space. So basically we need the data after the first round bracket and before the space, and it should give me this numbers that we are looking for. Awesome. Now we need to multiply 3.5 into 1000. So over here what I'm going to do is create a custom function table dot transform column. In table dot transform column we are going to transform the columns, and in very first argument we have to give a table name. So in this table, and then over here we have to give the transformation as a function, and in this table, and I'm now going to give the column name of review. Okay, so now I'm going to apply the transformation operation over here. So the thing is, we just have to identify the number in which we have to multiply. So h if So here I'm going to give a condition each if text dot contains. So over here in this value, the underscore score over here is basically all the value that are being considered. If in any of the value, if we are finding k, and if it is true, then I want it to multiply with that number. But over here it is 3.5k. So I just want the number part and not the k. So I'm going to take text dot select function. So over here it has to select the value and I have to give it a list of the values that it has to consider. So the very first value will be a dot, a decimal, they have to consider the decimal, and a zero, two dots and zero, so that is like 9. So basically it will consider from 0 to 9. So over here now it is just picking up the 3.5 instead of 3.5k, but it is in text format. Now I have to give this a number format, number dot from text function multiply by 1000, else give me this, give me underscore. And the third thing in this will be type number. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, it is working. But in this scenario it is picking this as a text, and over here it is a number. So let's convert this to whole number, all of it. Yeah, now we have all the numbers. So we have a proper numbering now. Yep, I don't think so we have any issues over here. Yeah, we have null values and that's fine. Fine. Now we have a rating over here and we are fine with that as well. And yep, now let's come to this one. In this, let's see what kind of data we have. We have advanced. Okay, so if you could see, we can see a pattern. So we have the level of the course over here, the level of difficulty, beginner, advanced, intermediate, and then followed by a dot, course, type of course, dot, and duration. But over here it is absent. So basically um, when it comes to degree, we don't have the difficulty level over here. And let's find some way out for this. Now over here I want to extract text after delimiter, and I want to see what this delimiter is. So what I will do is I'll select this, copy this, and text after delimiter, and this is going to be my delimiter. Ah, split by delimiter, and this has already taken, and I want the rightmost. So I am just looking for rightmost so that I can get the duration at least for now. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what we have got over here. A lot more. Yep. Now we have got the duration over here, and we will rename this as duration. In this one, now what I am thinking to do is, where is degree? Degree. So I'm thinking to add, replace, I'm thinking to add a delimiter over here with degree. Now let's see. Okay, so we have a delimiter in degree now. Now let's split the column again by delimiter. Okay, so I just want to see if degree is included over here. No, degree is not. So we have beginner, intermediate, advanced, and mixed. And over here it should be degree. Yeah, we are getting the degree over here. So I'm just renaming this type of course, and over here difficulty. Yep, the data is almost cleaned now. Only thing that we need to deal with is the skills column. I'll just rename this as skills. So in this, we don't need the first part, that is skill you will gain. But over here, we will need this part. And if you could see, all the skills over here are delimited or separated by a comma. And we won't be able to analyze this the way we want if we are seeing the data in this format. So we want it in row format, and to break this up, we will have to break this up, and the thing is it will increase the size of data. So instead of dealing this data in this table, what I would do is I will create a different table for this one. Let me rename this table first, Power BI courses, and let's create a blank query. Before that, I'm thinking, before converting this to row, let's add an index column. Add an index column custom starting 1001 with increment of 1. Okay. Right click, move to beginning, index column should be in beginning always. And when I'm clicking on this, I want Power BI courses. Yep. So now I'm referring to this table over here, and I want two columns from that table, and those are index, comma, and skill. Okay, so we have got this. Now in this I don't require skill you will gain, so I'm going to get rid of it. So just click over here, extract text after delimiter, and over here my delimiter will be colon space. Why colon space? Because it over here gain, after gain we can see colon and space, so the data after that will be extracted. So this got extracted into a new column. I am looking for this is creating new column. Anyways, we'll get rid of this column, remove. Now I want to split columns by delimiter, and my delimiter will be a comma over here, and I want to split this into rows. Okay, got it. So for this course, like index 1001, so these are the skills. And if you could see, my D is starting over here, and the second D of the data management is a bit moved to the right. So I guess I should trim this data, trim. Okay, fine. So let me rename this as skills. So by doing this, what we can do, what happens is we reduce the size of our data. If we could have this many columns, this many rows in this data, so we would have unnecessarily increased the data for these columns, which was totally not needed. We would have increased the redundancy of the data. So now just click on home. Let me check the data once again. Maybe we should trim this. Yep. Let's try and trim this. Trim. Okay, that's good. And I don't think so we need to trim any other data any further. So now let's close and apply. Let's see another data as loaded. We'll have to create a relation of these two tables, and it is, yep, already created by Power BI, one too many. And yep, our data is ready. We can, let's pull some course name, add some slicers. Let's say skills. Power BI. Yep. And add a few more slices. Let's say with rating as 4.9. Another slicer. Let's say the duration be less than 2 hours. Yep, these are the two courses which has a very good rating on Power BI and are less than 2 hours. Yep. So thank you guys. Let me know if there are any things that you guys want me to cover. Please drop them in the comment section and yep, I will make a video on that. Thank you.